What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am MLB Chatterbox. My name is Christian Corey. You see the title and the thumbnail in today's video. Today we're going to be recapping and talking about this Padres and Dodgers series that just wrapped up from Dodger Stadium, Los Angeles, California. It was a 4-game weekend set that started on the 22nd. That was a Thursday. And the Padres got the best of the Dodgers overall. They won the first game 3-2. They won the second game on Friday 6-1. They lost Saturday's game 5-4, but they won on Sunday Night Baseball 8-7 in a wild one for sure. But overall, this series was really entertaining. I love to see, basically not inner city teams, but you can consider them inner city teams, but just great rivalries going at it. And they're in the same division, which makes it even more entertaining. And, I think baseball should, in a way, look at a series like this and consider some changes to implement in the future regarding inner city squads. So, where do I start with this series? There's so many places I could start. The first game was a tight one. It wasn't as entertaining, I would say, as the next three, were going to be and were. But, you knew coming in this is going to be an entertaining series. They had a benches clearing scuffle in San Diego just a week prior when they started off this series between the Dodgers and the Padres from San Diego, California, Petco Park. That was entertaining. And then the antics continued when they got to L.A. Like I said, the Padres won the first game 3-2, and the second game they won 6-1. And if you look at that second game, it was very entertaining from an offensive perspective. Fernando Tatis Jr., he hit 2 home runs on, like I said, you probably already know about this. He hit 2 home runs on the anniversary, the 22nd year anniversary of his father, Tatis Sr., hitting 2 grand slams at Dodger Stadium. He had 2 home runs at Dodger Stadium. What a coincidence that is. The Padres rolled over the Dodgers 6-1 in that game. Yu Darvish got the win for the Padres, and Clayton Kershaw got the loss. Kershaw gave up the 2 home runs to Tatis. They were both inside. I do think it was a slider and a fastball, the 2 pitches that Fernando Tatis Jr. Jumped on and got out off of Kershaw. So that was an entertaining game for sure. Then you roll over to the next game. Saturday's game was a tight one, but again, lots and lots of antics. The Bauer and the Tatis game. Bauer, in my mind, is must-see TV, I think. He's just so entertaining on the mound. And he has a cockiness to back it up. He's one of my favorite players. I said that here on the channel yesterday. He's one of my favorite players. And, I love his attitude against guys who show him up and, pimp out a home run against him. I love it. I love that he doesn't care. I love that he wants to see that from a pitcher, and that's great. He has a great attitude. I love that about him because it's entertaining. I want to be entertained, and baseball is, for the most part, boring. But these 2 teams are not, for sure. It was entertaining in San Diego, and it's entertaining in L.A. I can't, And the fan bases are great. It sounded like they had a packed house for what it was. The fans are great. I love the buzz. Let's talk about this unsung hero for the Dodgers a little bit here, because this guy, Sheldon Neuse, in that game, he got a single, yes, but if you move over to the other games, he started to heat it up a lot. In the first game, Neuse hit his first home run of his career to center field. That tied the game at that point in the first game of the series, 2-2 on Thursday, and then last night on Sunday, a couple days later, he did it again. He hit another home run to center field again, and this guy was going off. He showed up in this series against the Padres. He's the unsung hero for the Dodgers. You could say to an extent there wasn't not one single person that shined through when it comes to offensively for the Dodgers. You could say that Sheldon Neuse, this guy, was the MVP of this series for the Dodgers. Although, you know, they didn't win the series. They won one game. But again, MVP in a sense. So that's really, you know, a key thing to look at when you look at the series. When it comes to the Dodgers' perspective, got to take that away as a positive. I know you didn't, you know, win the series overall. I mean, if it was a 3-game series, you would have got swept at home. That would not have been good. But the Padres won 3 out of 4. So, you know, are you a little salty if you're a Dodgers fan? A little bit, but again, you're the World Series champions, so let's not be that salty. A non-biased fan's perspective, a neutral fan, I would say, for me, it was a hell of an entertaining series. Next, I want to touch on Fernando Tatis Jr. for a second here specifically, because I looked at his baseball reference page, and I just so happened to come across this little tidbit for you. I didn't even know this until about, I don't know, an hour ago. And a guy who had a shoulder injury, really it looked like a very bad injury off the bat. No pun intended. And he went down. It didn't look good. And the reports coming out of San Diego were like, yeah, he's going to have most likely surgery, and it would probably be season-ending surgery, shoulder surgery. And it was scary for not only Padres fans, but for avid baseball fans who love to see guys like this in the sport. But then, Fernando Tatis Jr. muscled through it, came back, hit a home run, hit another home run, hit 2 home runs on the anniversary his father hit 2 grand slams. And when you add all these home runs up that he has hit in the past, 4 days, you come to a total overall of 7 home runs. By the way, that 7 home runs does not only lead the Padres, but it leads the National League. Oh, and by the way, it also leads both the National League and the American League. Yes, Fernando Tatis Jr. is, in the early going, the home run king here in 2021. This guy is off the charts right now. Fernando Tatis Jr. is amazing. Tatis, from an offensive perspective, is crushing it. This guy's nuts. I don't even know what to say. It seems like, as of now, Fernando Tatis Jr. is their guy. If Fernando Tatis Jr. isn't on, it just feels like this Padres offense doesn't go. And that's not good if you're the Padres. But again, you're happy that you won the 3 out of 4 from LA, in LA. That was great. This series was great. I loved it. And this leads me to the next thing I wanted to talk about was, when you look at the series from a Major League Baseball perspective, just if you're Major League Baseball, and you're thinking, okay, wow, this was a really entertaining series. This is what our fans want. And how do we harness this and make it more entertaining for fans all over the board? Because for me, as a Tigers fan, you know, living in Michigan, it was entertaining to watch. And again, we're in 2021, and you have the luxury of watching, you know, for the most part, out-of-market games. I mean, most everybody who has cable, or even doesn't have cable, has the luxury now of watching out-of-market games. So that's a good thing for Major League Baseball. And I think what they should do is integrate inner-city teams. Have the Cubs and the White Sox in the same league, same division. Have the Yankees and the Mets in the same league, same division. Have the Rays and the Marlins in the same league, same division. Have the Astros and the Rangers, which they already are. But you know what I mean? So you got to have it like that. Again, I know that both teams are good, so that's what makes it even more entertaining. But I mean, at least if both teams are good, they will face each other enough times where the rivalry will come to life. Could you imagine if you had the Cubs and the White Sox play each other? Have the A's and the Giants in the same league. Have the Dodgers and the Angels in the same league. Have the Yankees and the Mets in the same league. And put them in the same division because you want them to play each other. Putting them in the same league doesn't really do much. You got to put them in the same division. You can rework the divisions. You can rework them. Comment down below your thoughts. This was an entertaining series. Alrighty, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you later.